Well, most of us are familiar with the process of buying auto insurance when picking up a new or a replacement vehicle. Not as many, however, familiar with the proper steps to take if you're involved in an accident. Here to walk us through what can be a stressful process, Bob Lafaro from the Lafaro Insurance Agency. Bob, I'm guessing the first logical step when you get into an accident would be, exchanging the information with the other driver.
That's correct. Trying to get as much information as possible. This will include the driver's name, phone number, address, year, make, and model of the other vehicle, and preferably license plate number as well.
Okay. Is this to, properly identify the other vehicle involved? I mean, I assume so, but I assume there's more to it.
Yes, an insurance carrier will want to confirm they're analyzing the correct vehicle. In fact, make a mental note of the color because that wouldn't hurt as well. In addition, you'll need to report which areas the other person's vehicle was damaged, as well as the extent of the damage. Pictures can come in very helpful with this. It's not unheard of for a vehicle to have more damage than was originally reported.
Well, we've all got phones, or just about all of us, so that makes it a lot easier. What about information on, other passengers, on everybody inside that vehicle and yours?
You want to gather information on them if anybody may have been injured. In addition, it's always a great idea to try and grab at least one witness. Has to be someone, however, that has no involvement. Typically, passengers have a close relationship to the driver, and it cannot be considered reliable testimony. Also, always try to contact the police department to see if they can send somebody out. Not necessarily for the small parking fender benders, but rather accidents on the main road. Sometimes the other party may disappear. If a police report has not been filed, many carriers will refuse to take a third-party statement to file a claim against their client's policy if the client cannot be reached. Having that report can prevent you from getting stuck filing the claim in your own policy.
Well, what about the circumstances of the accident? I assume you have to be pretty clear in your thinking about that.
So you'll need to relay the speed, direction, and location of your vehicle up to the impact, as well as a guesstimate for the other vehicle. This will help your carrier determine your level of responsibility, if any.
Okay, if the other party is responsible, can you let their insurance just simply handle it?
You can do that, or if you're more comfortable with your own carrier, Sean, you can turn your claim into your own policy. Now, mind you, you'll have to pay your deductible, but if your company is successful, what we call subrogating, they will recover the money paid out and get you back your deductible as well.
Okay, so what advice would you give, if the other party is responsible, but asks you, hey, do we have to file a claim? Do we have to call the cops? Can we just handle this outside insurance?
Right. This is a judgment call. If there are no injuries involved, there's nothing wrong with allowing the other party to pay the damages out of their pocket. But Good Samaritan, beware. Often people are not familiar with how expensive vehicle repair can be. You might find yourself on the proverbial deserted island if the other party ends up MIA after receiving your estimate.
Okay, so any suggestions on, how to avoid that scenario?
Yes, even if you agree to leave the insurance out of it, still insist on taking their information. Also, it doesn't hurt to contact your agent and fill them in with what's going on. If things don't pan out as expected, it can be more difficult to have a clear recollection of what happened since you're now reporting a claim weeks after it happened.
Okay, great advice as always. Bob Lafaro, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Sean.